Hello folks, today is Friday, January 14th, 2022. As usual, my name is Jake Baldino, here to talk about all the video game news that has been going on this week, and it's a wild week, so let's just jump in with the first thing that made headlines earlier in the week, Dying Light 2's massive size, or seemingly massive size. So this was a two-part story. At first, we got word that Dying Light 2, which releases next month, is going to be 500 hours, which led to a lot of interesting conversation online. Some people hearing 500 hours and going, hell yes, and some people hearing 500 hours and going, oh God, please no. This did lead to some clarification via the company behind the game, and I actually think this is like a nice little bit of transparency. So the real breakdown goes like this. 20 hours to complete the main story campaign. There's 80 hours roughly is the time needed to finish the main story and all of the side quests. And then 500 hours is basically to 100% and max out everything. It's stated to max out the game with all main and side quests, choices, and endings, checking every place on the map, every dialogue, and finding every collectible. So you can see where they got the 500 hours, and I think by them just giving that at first wasn't transparent. So now that they were pressed, at least we get more of a breakdown. No, the game is not really 500 hours. There's more of an asterisk to that, and it's good to always read past the headlines, right? Now, I do think this leads to an interesting question. I want to hear from you guys. 500 hours, do you hear that? And are you the type of person that is going to want to get every ending and see everything and touch every single inch of the game? Or are you the opposite? You just want the in-between. You want to do some side quests, some main story quests, and feel like you just got your money's worth. Everybody's different, and for me, my perspective is like when I was younger, I would only get like one game a year. I don't know, I had like no money, but I had a lot of time, so I would play every inch of that game. Now, there's so many games I always want to see, and I always have some on my backlog, that when I see 500 hours, I know that I will never get to all of that, and I'm comfortable with that. Let's talk, let me know. And speaking of Dying Light, we got another trailer and a little bit more co-op details. That'll all be linked in a description down below. Next up, unfortunately, a video game delay. It's probably one of our first big delays of the year, and it is Stalker 2, a game I was very much looking forward to, and we all thought we were going to be playing probably in the first half of this year, has now officially been announced to be pushed to December 8th, 2022. So now this thing is squeaking in right at the end of the year. And honestly, this early on, for them to announce a date that is so far to the end of the year means that it could possibly squeak into the next year. That's just me spitballing and speculating. In their statement, they did say that these additional months are going to be specifically for polishing and stuff like that. So maybe I'm just being pessimistic. Maybe we will see it this year. I hope so, because I like it. I don't want them to rush, though. So we'll see where that ends up. Of course, we'll keep you guys updated. But I have also heard some talk and some rumblings from industry people that this is definitely not going to be the only delay. Like we got a lot of delays last year, we might see some more, unfortunately, this year. But that's okay, man. Whatever. I'm playing The Witcher 3 for like the third time. So, hey, next up, let's talk about console stuff. So, interestingly enough, this week, it is announced that Sony is actually manufacturing more PlayStation 4s to make up for the lack of PS5s and not being able to keep up with demand. Interesting move, but essentially it shows that Sony is still down to support the PlayStation ecosystem than try and just only move PS5 hardware. Because, we talked about supply constraints, issues with supply and demand, scalpers. The PlayStation 5 has faced everything. There are still people out there that want one that can't get their hands on one. So with them making and throwing some additional PS4s out into the market means they want people playing their games. It seems like that means maybe Sony has a bunch of games coming out that they want people to play. So expect the PS4 and PS5 thing to go on for a while, just because there are still so many PS4s out in the wild. That's the state of things right now, but you may have also seen in the news this week a new patent filed by Sony, and it was specifically created by Mark Cerny at Sony, detailing more innovations in backwards compatibility. Now, I am not super smart, so I can't break this down completely, but there is speculation that this could possibly be just improved backwards compatibility to come for PS5. Or maybe this has something to do with the fact that there are still so many PS4s out there. Who knows for sure? It's hard to tell. Now, this patent isn't technically new. It was filed, I believe, last year. It's been kind of revealed now, but still, it's just something kind of interesting to think about. Hey, next up, this episode is brought to you by our longtime sponsor, Raycon. Now, these wireless earbuds look feel, and sound better than ever and still cost less than other premium wireless earbud brands. Not too long ago, they got a fresh redesign with like a new texture, new look, USB-C and wireless charging, and they still offer 8 hours of playtime with a 32-hour full battery life when you count the little handy-dandy charging case. They're good to just slip right in your pocket, get up and go, and they come with these optimized gel tips here to get the right fit for your specific ear, so they're super comfortable and they really don't fall out. Try and knock them out. Try and knock them out.
Like right now?
Yeah. Look at that. Nothing. Nothing. And they pair up nice and simple, and they last. Plus, they come in a variety of different colors, so you got a bunch of options, and there's a reason why a bunch of people gave these things 5-star reviews. So if you want to check them out, all you got to do is go to the link in the description down below and click that, or the link on screen here. It's buyraycon.com/gameranx to get 15% off your Raycon purchase. That's buyraycon.com/gameranx, and thanks to Raycon for sponsoring our videos. Now switching gears, still talking console hardware. On the Xbox side, it has been revealed that Xbox has stopped making the Xbox One. RIP, pour one out for another console biting the dust. They've specifically went full on Xbox Series X and S, and apparently they did this last year and didn't announce it. It's so funny too. Like, it's so funny to think that like the original Xbox One feels like so long ago, like the VCR one that people called it.
Yeah.
Oh, and in other news, some kind of industry inside baseball development news. There is, we've talked about it in the past, a new Twisted Metal game in the works to kind of bring that back, which is pretty exciting for gross boys like me. But according to a new report, the development has shifted and kind of underwent an overhaul because the developers are changing. At first, it was Lucid, who are the people behind Destruction All-Stars, the car combat type game that was out for PS5 that people quickly forgot about. I actually thought it looked pretty cool. Then when I played it, it was kind of cool for a minute, but it needed more. So now they are seemingly off the project, and Firesprite is taking over. And this is a studio that has worked on PSVR games, and most specifically right now are working on the Horizon Zero Dawn PSVR 2 spinoff thing that we talked about last week. So we'll see where that goes. I actually can't even picture what a modern Twisted Metal game will really be like, but the last one, people dunked on, but I kind of like that one. So let's see where this goes. Also, just wanted to highlight this. A lot of people have been tweeting me or Instagram DMing me just to let me know about the hashtag campaign, Save Red Dead Online. I think it is kind of worth highlighting. A lot of fans out there have been kind of begging for Rockstar's attention and asking for more support of their online game. They want, you know, essentially at least similar treatment to how GTA Online is being treated. In terms of content and stuff like that. So Red Dead Online hasn't been updated for a while with any worthwhile content. And the people really hooked in this game, hooked in this online world, don't want the game to die out. So by saying save Red Dead Online, to me, I see that as them just, you know, wanting some good stuff to keep it going and keep the player base going, keep it alive. So we'll see where this goes. You know, fans of Red Dead Online and fans of GTA Online and just Rockstar in general, there's a contentious relationship. There's always like ups and downs, but at the very least, I like seeing here a community just ask the developers, hey, we want this game to stay alive. Just like keep giving us a reason to keep coming back. Just a little bit, you know? Now, next up, we got some trailers and stuff you may have missed throughout the week. These will all be linked in the description down below. The first is a new trailer for Kirby and the Forgotten Land. This details a little bit more about how the game actually plays and some of the stuff you'll do, and it looks pretty sweet. I'm hoping that it's like challenging and satisfying and fun and lighthearted, as this trailer suggests. Also, along with that, we have a big gameplay overview breakdown for Pokemon Legends Arceus. I finally, that's how you say it. Thanks to this trailer, I should have gotten that a while ago. I'm bad at my job. Also, one of my favorite games of 2021, Hitman 3 is getting like a sick-ass update. It's also dropping on Xbox Game Pass on PC and Xbox, so if you have an Xbox or you're in that ecosystem, you don't really have an excuse. It's also going to finally get the PC VR. It's going to get graphical updates, new maps, but they've highlighted like a cool kind of new freelancer mode that I am definitely going to jump into. I love when games that I really love get supported. You know, it's not often that games have me keep coming back. I'm a very single-player traditional guy, but stuff like this with IO Interactive, they're doing a good job for me personally. Also, we'll link the trailer, but up later today, we will have a little bit of gameplay and a before you buy for you guys. God of War has released on PC. Rejoice. Enjoy, PC gamers. It's a very good game. Happy you finally get to play it. And they're putting out the Assassin's Creed Ezio collection on Nintendo Switch. That should be interesting. I love Ezio. That's like the best trilogy ever. So we'll see where that goes. But I also just wanted to link this to end your week down in the description. This is Geico, the car insurance company, did a collaboration with Valve and Portal. It's totally out of left field. It's not even like bad or anything. It's just like, what is this? This is so wild. Hopefully they put this on television and my grandma sees it and goes, what the hell is that? Then I'll probably have to explain to her what I do for a job again. That'll be fun. So that was a week full of video game news. I want to hear from you guys what you think about everything. Like I said, there's a lot from the Pokemon Legends gameplay overview. Now that you see the gameplay, how do you feel about it? To the PlayStation producing more PS4 thing, to the Xbox not making more Xbox Ones. And of course, the Dying Light and game length question. I think that's the conversation I want to hear the most down there. I will be down there. gameranx will be down there as much as possible. Things get a little crazy though, so of course, if you want to yell at us directly, find me on Twitter and Instagram at Jake Baldino and my other YouTube channel. But thank you guys for being here every Friday. We'll never ever stop. Hopefully you got infotained. Infotained? Ew. Hope you have a nice, fun, simple, safe weekend. I'm Jake Baldino. Thanks for watching. Pizza's on me.